title page. Copyright 2024, by Samson Harper. All rights reserved. No portion of this book may be reproduced in any form without written permission from the publisher or author, except as permitted by U.S. copyright law. Chapter 1, The Origins of Quixotism in the Modern World. Introduction to Quixotism, Idealism and Illusion in the Modern Era. In an age defined by rapid technological progress, global connectivity, and societal upheaval, the figure of Don Quixote remains remarkably relevant. Quixotism, the pursuit of noble but often unrealistic ideals, transcends its literary origins, finding new life in modern movements, individuals, and even digital platforms. From social justice warriors on social media to entrepreneurs chasing impossible dreams, the spirit of Quixote is alive and well. But as with Don Quixote himself, the line between admirable idealism and destructive delusion can be perilously thin. This book is a journey through the psyche of the modern-day Quixote, a figure who, like Cervantes' famous knight-errant, sets out to change the world but often finds themselves fighting battles that exist only in their imagination. By examining the cultural, psychological, and ethical dimensions of Quixotism, we aim to understand how noble intentions can sometimes lead to unforeseen consequences. Through real-world examples, historical context, and modern applications, we'll explore what it means to be a Quixote in the 21st century and how society both enables and critiques those who dare to dream big, perhaps too big. Quixotism refers to the act of pursuing noble and idealistic goals in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges and obstacles. The term is derived from the character of Don Quixote, a Spanish nobleman created by the author Miguel de Cervantes in his novel Don Quixote. The character of Don Quixote is known for his idealistic and noble nature, as well as his relentless pursuit of justice, virtue, and chivalry in a world that often scoffs at his lofty ideals. Don Quixote's pursuit of these noble goals is often seen as foolish and impractical by those around him, who view him as delusional and out of touch with reality. Despite this, Don Quixote remains steadfast in his beliefs and carries on his quest to right the wrongs of the world, often facing ridicule, rejection, and even physical harm in the process. Quixotism embodies the idea of pursuing one's ideals and aspirations, no matter how impractical or unattainable they may seem. It is about holding on to one's principles and values in the face of adversity and remaining true to oneself, even when the odds are stacked against you. It is a testament to the power of the human spirit and the belief that, with enough determination and courage, one can overcome any obstacle and achieve greatness. In today's world, Quixotism serves as a reminder to never give up on our dreams and aspirations, even when faced with challenges and setbacks. It encourages us to strive for excellence, to stand up for what we believe in, and to never compromise our values for the sake of conformity or acceptance. Quixotism teaches us to be bold, to take risks, and to pursue our goals with unwavering dedication, regardless of the obstacles that may stand in our way. Quixotism can also be viewed as a critique of society's tendency to dismiss idealism and noble pursuits as unrealistic or naive. In a world where cynicism and pragmatism often reign supreme, Quixotism challenges us to believe in the power of our convictions and strive for a better world, even if it means going against the grain and facing backlash from those who do not share our vision. Furthermore, Don Quixote's character can be seen as a symbol of the enduring human spirit and resilience in the face of adversity. Despite the numerous setbacks and failures he faces on his quest, Don Quixote continues to believe in the inherent goodness of humanity and the possibility of making a positive impact on the world. His unwavering commitment to his ideals serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of staying true to oneself and never losing sight of what truly matters, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Additionally, Quixotism can be seen as a reflection of the power of imagination and creativity in shaping our reality. Don Quixote's vivid imagination and romanticism allow him to see the world in a different light, where windmills are giants and dilapidated inns are majestic castles. This imaginative perspective challenges us to question our own perceptions of reality and consider the possibility of viewing the world through a more idealistic and hopeful lens. Quixotism is more than just a whimsical pursuit of lofty ideals, it is a profound testament to the human capacity for resilience, imagination, and unwavering belief in the possibility of change. By embodying the spirit of Don Quixote, we can learn to embrace our idealism, confront challenges with courage and determination, and make a lasting impact on the world around us. Quixote syndrome is a psychological phenomenon where individuals exhibit grandiose and exaggerated beliefs about themselves or their abilities, often leading them to take on missions or tasks that are unrealistic or based on flawed perceptions. This term is derived from the character Don Quixote, a knight in Miguel de Cervantes' novel who embarks on chivalrous quests despite living in a world where chivalry is no longer relevant. One of the key psychological dimensions of Quixote syndrome is the presence of delusions and distorted perceptions of reality. Individuals who suffer from this syndrome may have an inflated sense of self-importance or a distorted view of their own capabilities. This can lead them to believe that they are destined for greatness or that they have a special mission in life, even if these beliefs are not based in reality. Another dimension of Quixote syndrome is the tendency to engage in grandiose or risky behavior in pursuit of these delusions. Individuals may take on unrealistic goals or projects, believing that they are capable of achieving them despite evidence to the contrary. This can lead to reckless decision-making and a disregard for the consequences of their actions. Quixote syndrome can also be characterized by a lack of insight or self-awareness. Individuals who exhibit this syndrome may be unable to recognize the irrationality of their beliefs or the potential harm that their actions could cause. This can make it difficult for them to seek help or to change their behavior, as they may be resistant to feedback or criticism. In modern society, there are numerous parallels to Don Quixote's delusions that can be seen in individuals who suffer from Quixote syndrome. For example, there are many cases of individuals who believe that they have a special purpose or mission in life, whether it be to save the world, achieve fame and fortune, or bring about some kind of societal change. In some cases, these beliefs may be harmless or even inspiring, but in others, they can lead to destructive behavior or negative outcomes. Quixote syndrome is a complex psychological phenomenon that can have a significant impact on individuals' lives and relationships. Understanding the psychological dimensions of this syndrome can help to identify and support individuals who may be struggling with unrealistic beliefs and behaviors, and to help them navigate a path towards a more balanced and grounded perspective. Quixotism, derived from the character Don Quixote in Miguel de Cervantes' novel, refers to a romantic or idealistic folly and pursuit of noble goals despite facing certain defeat or ridicule. In today's world, Quixotism can be seen in various forms, particularly in the realm of social media activism and utopian movements. Social media activism is a prime example of how Quixotism manifests in contemporary society. With the rise of social media platforms, individuals and groups now have the power to advocate for social change and justice on a global scale. This form of activism often involves challenging powerful institutions or entrenched societal norms in pursuit of a more just and equitable world. In many cases, social media activists face backlash, criticism, and even threats for their efforts, much like Don Quixote faced ridicule and mockery for his noble endeavors. Yet, despite the odds stacked against them, social media activists continued to fight for their causes, driven by their unwavering commitment to justice and equality. Utopian movements also embody the spirit of Quixotism in today's world. These movements advocate for radical social and political change, often envisioning a world that is vastly different from our current reality. For example, the environmental movement seeks to create a sustainable and harmonious relationship between humans and the planet, while the anti-capitalist movement envisions a society free from exploitation and inequality. Like Don Quixote's quest to revive chivalry and bring justice to the world, utopian movements strive to create a better future for all, often against seemingly insurmountable odds. Despite the challenges and criticisms faced by social media activists and utopian movements, their pursuit of noble goals and ideals reflects the enduring legacy of Quixotism in today's world. These individuals and groups are driven by a sense of duty and righteousness, willing to risk their reputation and safety in the pursuit of a better world. While their efforts may be met with skepticism or derision, their commitment to their cause remains unshaken, much like Don Quixote's unwavering belief in his own quest. The exploration of how Quixotism manifests in today's world serves as a reminder of the power of idealism and the enduring legacy of those who dare to dream of a better future. The term Quixote syndrome is derived from the character Don Quixote, a delusional nobleman from the novel Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. Quixote believes himself to be a knight-errant, embarking on chivalrous quests and battling imaginary monsters in a world that he perceives as filled with enchantment and adventure. His rejection of reality and embrace of a fantastical worldview exemplify the core features of Quixote syndrome. Those who exhibit Quixote syndrome reject the mundane aspects of life and instead seek meaning and fulfillment in a distorted and idealized version of reality. This rejection of reality can manifest in various ways, such as an obsession with grandiose fantasies, a refusal to acknowledge inconvenient truths, or a tendency to romanticize situations and relationships. In essence, individuals with Quixote syndrome withdraw from the complexities and challenges of the real world, choosing to exist in a realm of their own creation. This distorted worldview can have significant consequences for individuals, as it often leads to a disconnect from reality and an inability to navigate the complexities of everyday life. It can hinder personal growth, inhibit meaningful relationships, and impede one's ability to effectively address problems and challenges. Moreover, the rejection of reality inherent in Quixote syndrome can result in feelings of alienation, isolation, and disconnection from the world around them. In sum, the connection between Quixote syndrome and a rejection of reality is a poignant illustration of the dangers of retreating into a distorted worldview. By clinging to idealized fantasies and avoiding the complexities of reality, individuals with Quixote syndrome deprive themselves of the richness and depth of a truly authentic existence. Embracing reality, with all its imperfections and challenges, is crucial for personal growth, emotional well-being, and meaningful engagement with the world. One aspect that further complicates the connection between Quixote syndrome and a reject ion of reality is the potential role of underlying psychological factors. Individuals who exhibit Quixote syndrome may do so as a coping mechanism for dealing with underlying emotional pain, trauma, or insecurities. By retreating into a fantastical world of their own creation, they are able to temporarily escape from the harsh realities and disappointments of their lives. However, this coping mechanism perpetuates a cycle of avoidance and denial, preventing individuals from confronting and addressing the root causes of their distress. In this sense, Quixote syndrome can be seen as a maladaptive defense mechanism that serves to protect the individual from facing their innermost fears and vulnerabilities. Moreover, the rejection of reality inherent in Quixote syndrome may also be linked to issues of control and power. By constructing a fictional world in which they play the role of a hero or savior, individuals with Quixote syndrome may feel a sense of control and agency that is lacking in their actual lives. This desire for control can stem from feelings of powerlessness, inadequacy, or a need to escape from the uncertainties and chaos of the real world. In addition, the connection between Quixote syndrome and a rejection of reality raises important questions about the nature of truth and perception. How do we determine what is real and what is fantasy? Is reality an objective construct or a subjective experience? By challenging our assumptions about the nature of reality and the ways in which we perceive the world around us, Quixote syndrome invites us to reconsider the boundaries between fact and fiction, sanity and delusion. The connection between Quixote syndrome and a rejection of reality serves as a reminder of the complexity and fragility of the human mind. By exploring the ways in which individuals construct their own subjective realities, we gain insight into the depths of human imagination, the power of belief, and the transformative potential of confronting the truths that lie beneath the surface of our everyday lives. Literature and media play a significant role in shaping modern Quixotism by glorifying idealism and romanticizing the pursuit of noble quests and impossible dreams. The character of Don Quixote, originally a creation of Spanish author Miguel de Cervantes in the 17th century, embodies the spirit of idealism, chivalry, and illusion as he sets out to become a knight-errant in a world that no longer values such values. In contemporary society, The influence of literature and media has only heightened the appeal of the quixotic quest. Popular books, movies, and TV shows often depict protagonists who are willing to go to great lengths to fight for justice, uphold honor, and pursue their dreams despite overwhelming odds. These characters are often shown as valiant, heroic figures who inspire audiences to believe in the power of idealism and the possibility of achieving greatness through determination and faith. Media also plays a role in glamorizing the pursuit of impossible dreams and noble causes. Through storytelling, film, and social media, individuals are presented with larger-than-life narratives that encourage them to believe in the power of their own convictions and to strive for a better world. This can lead to a sense of empowerment and a desire to make a difference in the world, even if the odds seem insurmountable. However, the glorification of idealism in media can also have a downside. It can create unrealistic expectations and set individuals up for disappointment when they encounter the harsh realities of the world. Believing in the power of one's own convictions is important, but it is also crucial to balance idealism with a realistic understanding of the challenges and limitations that one may face in pursuing their dreams. Literature and media play a crucial role in shaping modern quixotism by glorifying idealism and inspiring individuals to believe in the power of their own convictions. While this can be empowering and motivating, it is also important to maintain a sense of realism and understanding of the complexities of the world in order to effectively navigate the pursuit of noble quests and impossible dreams. Don Quixote, the eponymous character from Miguel de Cervantes' novel, is known for his idealistic and often impractical pursuit of chivalric codes and quests. This grand narrative of knight-errantry has inspired many real-world figures throughout history who exhibit similar quixotism. These individuals are driven by their own idealistic beliefs and quests, often to the point of absurdity or detriment. One notable example of a figure exhibiting quixotism is Maximilien Robespierre, a key figure in the French Revolution. Robespierre was driven by his belief in achieving a perfect and just society through the revolution. His unwavering dedication to his ideals led him to implement radical measures, including the Reign of Terror, in pursuit of his vision. Like Don Quixote, Robespierre's pursuit of his grand narrative led to his downfall, as his actions were seen as extreme and tyrannical by many. Another example of a figure exhibiting quixotism is Che Guevara, the Argentine revolutionary who played a key role in the Cuban Revolution. Guevara was driven by his belief in achieving a socialist utopia and was willing to take drastic measures to achieve his goals. Like Don Quixote, Guevara was seen as a romantic figure fighting against injustice and oppression. However, his idealism and pursuit of his grand narrative led to his death in Bolivia. The historical comparison between the literary Don Quixote and real-world figures inspired by similar grand narratives highlights the timeless appeal of idealism and the pursuit of noble quests. These figures, while often criticized for their impracticality or extremism, serve as reminders of the power of belief and the human capacity for idealism, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Just like Don Quixote, these individuals embody the timeless themes of courage, idealism, and the pursuit of noble quests in the face of adversity. The comparison between Don Quixote and real-world figures inspired by similar grand narratives not only highlights the timeless appeal of idealism but also raises questions about the pitfalls and consequences of such unwavering dedication to one's beliefs. While Don Quixote's quixotic nature is often portrayed in a light-hearted and comedic manner, the real-world figures who exhibit similar traits shed light on the darker side of idealism and the potential for extremism and violence that can result from it. Maximilien Robespierre's reign of terror during the French Revolution serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of pursuing a grand narrative without consideration for the consequences. Robespierre's uncompromising belief in creating a just society led to the mass execution of those deemed enemies of the revolution, leading to his own downfall. His story serves as a reminder of the thin line between idealism and tyranny, and the importance of balancing noble intentions with ethical principles. Similarly, Che Guevara's revolutionary zeal in pursuit of a socialist utopia exemplifies the double-edged nature of idealism. While Guevara's commitment to fighting injustice inspired many, his willingness to resort to violence and armed struggle raises ethical questions about the means justifying the ends. Guevara's death in Bolivia symbolizes the tragic consequences that can arise when one's idealism blinds them to the complexities and realities of achieving social change. In examining the lives of these real-world figures through the lens of Don Quixote, we are forced to confront the uncomfortable truths about the nature of idealism and the grand narratives we construct for ourselves. While there is beauty and courage in the pursuit of noble quests, there is also the potential for folly, tragedy, and harm. The comparison serves as a reminder of the importance of critical thinking, empathy, and humility in navigating the complexities of our beliefs and actions. The historical comparison between Don Quixote and figures like Robespierre and Guevara invites us to reflect on the enduring power of ideals and the complexities of human nature. It challenges us to consider the implications of our own beliefs and actions, and the importance of striving for a balance between idealism and pragmatism in our pursuit of a better world. Quixote-like individuals refer to those who exhibit a strong sense of idealism and altruism, often to the point where their behavior can be perceived as delusional or disconnected from reality. The character of Don Quixote, from Miguel de Cervantes' novel, is a classic example of this type of individual. He is a noble and well-intentioned man who becomes so consumed by his chivalric ideals that he loses touch with reality and embarks on a series of will-do and often misguided adventures. The delicate balance between altruistic intentions and delusional behavior in Quixote-like individuals raises important questions about the psychological line between idealism and madness. On one hand, their altruistic intentions can be seen as admirable and even inspiring. These individuals are driven by a deep sense of purpose and a desire to make the world a better place. Their idealism can lead them to take bold risks, challenge the status quo, and fight for justice and righteousness. However, when this idealism crosses over into delusional behavior, it can have negative consequences. Quixote-like individuals may become so fixated on their beliefs and goals that they ignore evidence to the contrary, dismiss criticism, and become isolated from others. Their actions may be perceived as irrational or even harmful, both to themselves and to those around them. In extreme cases, their behavior can spiral into full-blown madness, where their distorted perception of reality leads to destructive behavior. The psychological line between idealism and madness is a complex and nuanced one. While idealism can be a positive force for change and progress, it must be tempered with a grounding in reality and an openness to feedback and critique. Delusional behavior, on the other hand, stems from a disconnect from reality and a refusal to acknowledge the limitations of one's beliefs and actions. The delicate balance between altruistic intentions and delusional behavior in Quixote-like individuals highlights the fine line between idealism and madness. By exploring this psychological line, we can gain a deeper understanding of the complexities of human motivation and behavior, and appreciate the importance of maintaining a healthy balance between idealism and realism in our own lives. Quixote syndrome, named after the fictional character Don Quixote who famously tilts at windmills believing them to be giants, refers to individuals who feel compelled to try to save the world or fix the injustices they see around them. This drive to be a hero can be influenced by societal expectations that idolize heroism and selflessness, often portrayed in media, literature, and the stories of real-life heroes. Societal expectations play a significant role in shaping individual behavior and beliefs. The pressure to conform to the ideal of the hero can lead individuals with Quixote syndrome to take on more responsibilities than they can handle, neglect their own well-being, and feel a constant sense of inadequacy or failure when they fall short of their unrealistic expectations. The psychological toll of societal expectations on individuals with Quixote syndrome can be profound. Constantly feeling the need to be a hero and save others can lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and burnout. These individuals may struggle with feelings of guilt and worthiness when they are unable to meet the high standards they have set for themselves. In extreme cases, the pressure to be a hero can result in mental health issues such as depression, anxiety disorders, and even suicidal ideation. Furthermore, the relentless pursuit of heroism can lead to strained relationships with friends and family, as individuals with Quixote syndrome may prioritize helping others over their own needs or the needs of their loved ones. This can create a sense of isolation and loneliness, as they may feel like they are carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders alone. It is essential for individuals with Quixote syndrome to recognize the impact of societal expectations on their mental health and seek support to manage the pressures they feel. This may involve setting boundaries, practicing self-care, and seeking therapy to address underlying issues such as perfectionism, low self-esteem, and feelings of inadequacy. It is also crucial for society to recognize the harmful effects of idolizing heroism and instead promote self-care, compassion, and healthy boundaries in order to support the well-being of all individuals. Quixotism, as depicted in Miguel de Cervantes' novel Don Quixote, refers to the behavior of individuals who are romantic, idealistic, and prone to pursuing lofty, often unattainable goals or causes. In Cervantes' time, Quixotism was seen as a somewhat foolish and impractical mindset, as exemplified by the protagonist Don Quixote, who embarks on a series of absurd adventures inspired by stories of chivalry and heroism. In modern times, Quixotism has evolved in many ways, especially with the advent of the digital age. With the rise of social media and the internet, individuals have a platform to champion their causes and ideals on a global scale. This has led to a proliferation of quixotic figures who use these platforms to pursue their dreams and ambitions, no matter how unattainable they may seem to others. One major difference between Quixotism in Cervantes' time and the digital age is the level of visibility and influence that individuals can now have. In the past, Quixotic figures like Don Quixote may have been seen as eccentric or deluded by those around them. However, in today's interconnected world, these individuals can attract a following of like-minded supporters who champion their causes and help them achieve their goals. Another key difference is the speed at which quixotic endeavors can now unfold. With the ability to communicate instantaneously and mobilize support quickly, modern quixotism can gain traction and momentum in a way that would have been impossible in Cervantes' time. This can result in rapid developments and changes that can surprise even the most seasoned observers. The evolution of quixotism in the digital age highlights the enduring appeal of idealism and romanticism in human nature. While the motivations and methods of quixotic figures may have changed over time, the underlying desire to pursue noble causes and strive for greatness remain as a powerful force in shaping our world. One way in which modern interpretations of quixotism differ from Cervantes' time is the blurring of the line between reality and fiction. In the digital age, individuals have the ability to curate their online personas and present a carefully crafted version of themselves to the world. This can lead to a phenomenon known as digital quixotism, where individuals create an idealized version of themselves online and pursue unattainable goals or causes in a virtual space. Furthermore, the digital age has also brought about new challenges and complexities in how we define quixotism. With the rise of social media influencers and online activism, the motivations behind quixotic behavior can sometimes be driven by a desire for attention, validation, or social status. This can result in a more superficial and self-serving version of quixotism, where individuals pursue lofty goals not out of a genuine belief in their cause, but rather for personal gain or recognition. Additionally, the digital age has also reshaped the way in which we perceive and engage with quixotic figures. In Cervantes' time, quixotic behavior was often viewed with a mix of amusement and pity, as individuals embarked on futile quests that led to their downfall. However, in the digital age, there is a growing sense of admiration for those who have the courage to pursue their dreams and ideals, no matter how impractical they may seem to others. This shift in perception highlights the changing attitudes towards idealism and ambition in our modern society. The evolution of quixotism in the digital age showcases the timeless appeal of pursuing noble causes and striving for greatness, while also highlighting the complexities and challenges that come with navigating the digital landscape. As we continue to grapple with the influence of technology and social media in shaping our ideals and aspirations, it is important to reflect on how our understanding of quixotism has evolved and how we can continue to strive for noble causes in a meaningful and impactful way. Chapter 2, Delusions of Grandeur, Living in the Age of Idealism. Grandiose delusions are a type of delusion where an individual believes themselves to be exceptionally powerful, talented, important, or chosen in some way. This belief is often grandiose in nature, beyond what would be considered within the realm of normalcy. One particular manifestation of grandiose delusions can be seen in Quixotism, a term derived from the character Don Quixote in Miguel de Cervantes' novel. Quixotism is characterized by a belief in being chosen or special in some way, much like the titular character Don Quixote, who believes himself to be a noble knight on a quest for chivalry and honor. Quixote sees himself as a hero destined for greatness, despite the reality of his situation being quite different. This kind of delusion often involves a deep conviction in one's own abilities, righteousness, or significance, which may not align with reality. Individuals exhibiting Quixotism or grandiose delusions may display certain behaviors that reflect this belief in their own specialness. They may act in ways that others perceive as eccentric or out of touch with reality, pursuing goals or activities that seem impractical or overly ambitious. They may also engage in self-aggrandizing speech, boasting about their achievements or abilities in a way that may seem exaggerated or inflated. While it is important to recognize and understand the characteristics of grandiose delusions, it is also crucial to approach individuals experiencing these symptoms with compassion, empathy, and support. It is essential to seek professional help and guidance in addressing and managing such delusions, as they can impact a person's well-being and functioning in various aspects of their life. By acknowledging and addressing these delusions in a sensitive and understanding manner, individuals can receive the appropriate treatment and support to help them navigate their experiences and improve their mental health. One aspect to consider when discussing grandiose delusions and Quixotism is the underlying psychological factors that may contribute to the development and maintenance of these beliefs. It is often believed that individuals who experience grandiose delusions may have underlying issues with self-esteem, self-worth, or insecurity that drive them to create an alternate reality in which they are special or chosen. In the case of Quixote-like figures, the romanticized notion of being a hero or savior may serve as a coping mechanism for underlying feelings of inadequacy or lack of fulfillment in their lives. Additionally, it is important to recognize that grandiose delusions can be a symptom of certain mental health disorders, such as schizophrenia or bipolar disorder. In these cases, the delusions may be a manifestation of a deeper psychological disturbance that requires professional intervention and treatment. It is crucial for individuals experiencing grandiose delusions to receive a proper diagnosis and access to appropriate care in order to address the underlying issues contributing to their beliefs. Furthermore, the portrayal of Quixote-like figures in literature and popular culture can also shed light on the complexities of grandiose delusions. Characters like Don Quixote are often depicted as tragic figures, whose delusions lead to their downfall or isolation from society. This highlights the potential dangers and consequences of unchecked grandiosity, and the importance of seeking help and support for those experiencing such beliefs. The characteristics of grandiose delusions as seen in Quixotism offer valuable insights into the complexities of human psychology and the varied ways in which individuals may cope with feelings of insecurity or inadequacy. By exploring these traits in depth and considering the underlying factors at play, we can gain a deeper understanding of the impact of grandiose delusions on individuals' lives and the importance of providing appropriate care and support for those experiencing these beliefs. The paradox of noble intentions leading to questionable outcomes is a common theme in many aspects of life and society. This paradox explores the contradictions between the positive intentions behind an action and the negative consequences that result from it. At its core, this paradox highlights the complexity and unpredictability of human behavior and the inherent ambiguity of moral decisions. Oftentimes, individuals or groups may set out with the noblest of intentions, to alleviate suffering, promote justice, or advance the common good. However, in the pursuit of these noble goals, unintended and harmful consequences may arise. One reason why noble intentions can lead to questionable outcomes is the inherent complexity of the systems in which we operate. Actions taken to address one issue may inadvertently create new problems or exacerbate existing ones. For example, a government implementing policies to reduce poverty may inadvertently displace communities or harm the environment. This complexity makes it difficult to predict and control all the potential consequences of our actions. Furthermore, the paradox of noble intentions leading to questionable outcomes can also be attributed to the limitations of human knowledge and understanding. Despite our best intentions, we may lack the foresight or information to fully comprehend the potential repercussions of our actions. This ignorance can lead us to overlook important factors or underestimate the complexity of a situation, resulting in unintended negative outcomes. The paradox of noble intentions leading to questionable outcomes also raises important ethical questions about the responsibility and accountability of individuals and groups. Should individuals be judged solely on their intentions, or should they also be held accountable for the consequences of their actions? How can we ensure that our actions align with our values and principles, and minimize the risk of unintended harm? Navigating the paradox of noble intentions leading to questionable outcomes requires a nuanced understanding of the complexities and uncertainties inherent in human behavior and decision-making. It challenges us to critically examine the contradictions between our intentions and their consequences, and to strive for greater awareness, humility, and ethical integrity in our actions. By acknowledging the potential for unintended harm and taking proactive steps to mitigate it, we can move towards more responsible and ethical decision-making in pursuit of noble goals. Quixote syndrome, also known as Quixotism, refers to the tendency of individuals to pursue lofty and impractical goals, often in the face of overwhelming odds or societal norms. In modern times, there have been several well-documented cases of individuals exhibiting Quixote syndrome. These individuals often possess a strong sense of idealism, a willingness to challenge the status quo, and a disregard for conventional wisdom. One prominent example of Quixotism in action is the story of Malala Yousafzai, a Pakistani activist for female education and the youngest Nobel Prize laureate. Despite facing threats and violence from the Taliban, Malala continued to advocate for girls' education in her home country, even to the point of being shot in the head by a Taliban gunman. Her resilience and courage in the face of immense adversity exemplify the spirit of Quixotism. Another example of Quixote syndrome can be seen in the life of Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur behind companies such as SpaceX and Tesla. Musk's ambitious goals, such as colonizing Mars and developing sustainable energy solutions, have been met with skepticism and criticism from many quarters. However, Musk's unwavering determination and willingness to take risks have allowed him to achieve remarkable success in the fields of aerospace and electric vehicles. These real-world examples of Quixotism serve to highlight the power of individual resilience and tenacity in the pursuit of seemingly impossible goals. While Quixote syndrome may be characterized by idealism and a disregard for practical considerations, it can also inspire others to challenge the status quo and strive for greatness in their own lives. These case studies demonstrate that the spirit of Quixotism continues to thrive in modern times, inspiring individuals to dream big and take bold risks in pursuit of their passions. One intriguing aspect of Quixote syndrome in modern times is the intersection of technology and social movements. With the rise of social media and digital platforms, individuals with lofty goals and a willingness to challenge norms have found new avenues to amplify their voices and reach larger audiences. Social media influencers and activists like Greta Thunberg, who advocates for climate action, or Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who champions progressive policies, have harnessed the power of technology to drive change and mobilize supporters. These modern-day Quixotes often face criticism and backlash from traditional institutions and established power structures. However, their ability to leverage social media platforms to bypass traditional gatekeepers and connect directly with their followers has allowed them to build strong movements and effect meaningful change. The democratization of information and communication afforded by technology has empowered individuals with Quixote syndrome to challenge entrenched interests and push for social justice, environmental sustainability, and political reform. Moreover, Quixote syndrome in modern times extends beyond individual actors to encompass broader social movements and cultural shifts. The #MeToo movement, for example, can be seen as a collective manifestation of Quixotism. YTH survivors of sexual harassment and assault bravely speaking out against powerful perpetrators and demanding accountability and systemic change. The movement has sparked a global conversation about gender equality and workplace harassment, challenging societal norms and structures that have long perpetuated abuse and inequality. In this sense, Quixote syndrome in modern times represents a form of collective idealism and activism that seeks to upend unjust power dynamics and reshape social and political systems. While individual cases like Malala Yousafzai and Elon Musk provide inspiring examples of Quixotism in action, it is the collective efforts of communities and movements that truly embody the spirit of challenging the status quo and striving for a better, more just society. The study of Quixote syndrome in modern times reveals the enduring power of idealism, resilience, and courage in the face of daunting challenges and entrenched interests. By examining real-world examples of Quixotism in action, we can gain insights into the possibilities and limitations of pursuing lofty goals in today's complex and rapidly changing world. Social isolation can exacerbate Quixote-like delusions by reinforcing delusional thinking in a number of ways. When individuals are socially isolated, they lack the opportunity for reality checks from others, leading them to become more entrenched in their delusional beliefs. One way social isolation reinforces delusional thinking is by creating an echo chamber effect. Without the presence of others to challenge or question their beliefs, individuals with delusions are more likely to surround themselves with information that confirms and reinforces their false beliefs. This can include seeking out online communities or sources that validate their delusions, further entrenching them in their distorted beliefs. Additionally, social isolation can lead to increased paranoia and mistrust of others. When individuals are isolated, they may become more suspicious of others' motives and intentions, and may interpret innocent actions as evidence of a conspiracy against them. This can further fuel their delusional beliefs and lead to a heightened sense of persecution. Social isolation can also exacerbate cognitive distortions and reinforce irrational thinking patterns. Without the input of others to provide alternative perspectives and challenge irrational thinking, individuals may become more fixed in their distorted beliefs and less able to consider alternative interpretations of their experiences. Social isolation can exacerbate Quixote-like delusions by creating an environment that reinforces and perpetuates delusional thinking. Without the presence of others to provide reality checks and challenge distorted beliefs, individuals may become more entrenched in their delusions and less likely to seek help or treatment for their condition. It is therefore important to recognize the role of social isolation in reinforcing delusional thinking and to provide support and intervention to individuals experiencing this phenomenon. Another way in which social isolation can exacerbate Quixote-like delusions is by depriving individuals of meaningful social connections and emotional support. Human beings are social creatures by nature, and our relationships with others play a crucial role in shaping our perception of reality. When individuals are isolated, they lack the emotional support and validation that can help them navigate difficult or confusing experiences. This can lead to feelings of alienation, loneliness, and a sense of disconnection from the world around them. In the absence of healthy social connections, individuals may turn to their delusional beliefs as a way to make sense of their experiences and cope with their feelings of isolation. Delusions can provide a sense of purpose, identity, and belonging to those who feel marginalized or misunderstood. They can offer a way to escape from the pain and loneliness of social isolation, even if it means retreating further into a fantastical world of their own making. Moreover, social isolation can create a breeding ground for cognitive biases and errors in thinking that can reinforce delusional beliefs. When individuals are deprived of the feedback and perspective of others, they may rely more heavily on their own perceptions and interpretations of reality, which can be distorted by cognitive biases such as confirmation bias, selective attention, and attribution error. Without the input of others to challenge and correct these biases, individuals may become more susceptible to believing in their delusions as undeniable truths. Social isolation can exacerbate Quixote-like delusions by amplifying cognitive distortions, reinforcing irrational thinking patterns, and depriving individuals of the social connections and reality checks that can help them maintain a grip on reality. It is crucial for mental health professionals, caregivers, and society as a whole to recognize the detrimental impact of social isolation on delusional thinking and to provide support, intervention, and resources to help individuals overcome the grip of their delusions and reconnect with the world around them. Quixote syndrome, derived from the fictional character Don Quixote created by Miguel de Cervantes in the 17th century, refers to a disorder where individuals have a distorted perception of reality, often seeing themselves as noble and heroic figures on a quest for justice and honor. This syndrome can manifest in a variety of ways, from individuals engaging in grand, unrealistic gestures to protect perceived injustices to holding themselves to impossibly high standards of behavior and achievement. One of the key factors contributing to the development and perpetuation of Quixote syndrome is the influence of fiction and heroism in modern storytelling. The portrayal of larger-than-life heroes in literature, film, television, and other forms of media can create unrealistic ideals for individuals to aspire to. These fictional characters often possess extraordinary abilities, face insurmountable odds, and emerge victorious in the face of adversity, presenting an idealized version of strength, courage, and nobility that can be difficult to attain in real life. Furthermore, the glorification of heroism and noble deeds in storytelling can lead individuals to believe that their worth and value as a person is tied to their ability to emulate these qualities. This can fuel feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt when faced with the realities of everyday life, where the hero's journey is often more mundane and filled with obstacles and setbacks. Additionally, the pervasive nature of modern storytelling through various forms of media can reinforce and perpetuate these unrealistic ideals, creating a constant stream of examples and role models for individuals to compare themselves to. This constant exposure to heroic narratives can further distort one's perception of reality and contribute to the development of Quixote syndrome. The influence of fiction and heroism in modern storytelling plays a significant role in perpetuating unrealistic ideals and contributing to the development of Quixote syndrome. By being mindful of the ways in which these narratives shape our beliefs and behaviors, individuals can strive for a healthier balance between aspirational goals and realistic expectations in their lives. The psychological need to save the world can be deeply ingrained in individuals who possess a strong sense of purpose and a desire for validation from others. This drive to make a meaningful impact on the world can manifest in behaviors that are characterized by idealism, altruism, and a strong sense of duty. Quixotism, a term derived from the titular character Don Quixote who famously tilted at windmills in an attempt to save the world from perceived threats, represents a form of idealism that is often fueled by a desire for purpose and validation. Those who exhibit quixotic tendencies may believe that they are on a noble quest to address societal injustices, right wrongs, or bring about positive change in the world. This drive to save the world can stem from a variety of sources, including a sense of moral responsibility, empathy for those who are suffering, a desire to leave a legacy, or a need to feel important and valued by others. Individuals who feel a strong connection between their own sense of self-worth and the impact they have on the world may be particularly prone to engaging in quixotic behaviors. However, the pursuit of such grandiose goals can also be fraught with challenges and pitfalls. Those who are driven by a need to save the world may experience feelings of frustration, disillusionment, and burnout if they feel that their efforts are not yielding the desired results or if they encounter resistance or criticism from others. Furthermore, the belief that one has the power to single-handedly save the world can lead to a distorted sense of reality and an inflated ego. This can result in behavior that is reckless, delusional, or even harmful to oneself and others. In order to navigate the complex psychological landscape of quixotism, individuals may benefit from introspection, self-awareness, and a willingness to confront their underlying motivations and fears. By gaining a deeper understanding of the roots of their desire to save the world, individuals can cultivate a more balanced and sustainable approach to pursuing their goals and making a positive impact on the world. Ignoring the boundary between idealism and reality can lead to self-destructive behaviors, a concept often referred to as Quixotism. This term is derived from the character Don Quixote, a delusional and idealistic old man from Miguel de Cervantes' novel who becomes so consumed by his romantic beliefs and fantasies that he descends into madness and self-destruction. When individuals blur the lines between what is ideal and what is real, they often set themselves up for disappointment and failure. Unrealistic expectations and beliefs can lead to a distorted perception of reality, causing individuals to make poor decisions and engage in harmful behaviors. For example, someone who idealizes a romantic partner to the point of ignoring red flags in the relationship may end up staying in an unhealthy and potentially abusive situation. Similarly, individuals who hold on to unattainable dreams and goals may be setting themselves up for constant disappointment and frustration, leading to feelings of inadequacy and unworthiness. Quixotism can also manifest in extreme forms, such as in cases of addiction, where individuals pursue a harmful substance or behavior in pursuit of an unattainable ideal. This can result in serious physical, emotional, and mental health consequences. Furthermore, the dangers of ignoring the boundary between idealism and reality extend beyond individual harm and can have ripple effects on relationships, work, and society as a whole. When individuals prioritize their unrealistic beliefs over practical considerations and facts, they may harm those around them and contribute to a culture of denial and delusion. It is essential to recognize and respect the boundary between idealism and reality to avoid falling into the trap of Quixotism. By maintaining a balance between our hopes and dreams and the practical constraints of the world, we can make better decisions, protect our well-being, and foster healthier relationships with ourselves and others. One aspect to consider when exploring the dangers of ignoring the boundary between idealism and reality is the impact on mental health. Constantly chasing unattainable ideals can lead to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and depression. Individuals may struggle with self-esteem issues and experience a sense of constant failure when their reality does not match up to their idealized visions. This can create a vicious cycle of self-destructive behaviors as individuals may turn to harmful coping mechanisms to escape their perceived shortcomings. Moreover, the idea of Quixotism and ignoring the boundary between idealism and reality can also be seen in a societal context. In today's world, we are bombarded with images and messages promoting unrealistic beauty standards, material wealth, and success. This can lead to a widespread sense of discontent and dissatisfaction as individuals compare themselves to these unattainable ideals. On a larger scale, political leaders or movements that operate in a state of Quixotism can have detrimental effects on society. For example, politicians who promise grandiose plans without realistic strategies for implementation can create false hope and lead to disappointment among their constituents. This can result in a loss of trust in the political system and a sense of disillusionment among the population. Recognizing and respecting the boundary between idealism and reality is crucial for both individual well-being and societal harmony. By acknowledging the limitations of our idealized visions and striving for a balanced perspective, we can avoid the pitfalls of Quixotism and instead make informed decisions that benefit ourselves and those around us. In the digital age, the Internet has become a powerful tool for connecting people from all around the world and spreading information quickly and easily. However, with this increased connectivity, there has also been a rise in the amplification of delusions of grandeur. Delusions of grandeur refer to a person's belief that they are more important, powerful, or talented than they actually are. One way in which the digital age amplifies delusions of grandeur is through social media platforms. On social media, individuals have the ability to curate their online personas, selectively sharing only the highlights of their lives. This can create the illusion of a perfect and glamorous life, leading some individuals to develop an inflated sense of self-importance and superiority. The validation received through likes, comments, and shares can further reinforce these delusions, as individuals begin to equate online popularity with real-world success and importance. Another factor that contributes to the amplification of delusions of grandeur in the digital age is the prevalence of echo chambers online. An echo chamber is a social environment in which individuals are only exposed to ideas and opinions that reinforce their own beliefs, creating a feedback loop that can distort reality. Social media algorithms often prioritize content that aligns with the user's existing beliefs, leading to the reinforcement of biased views and the exclusion of dissenting opinions. Within these echo chambers, individuals may surround themselves with like-minded individuals who continuously bolster their inflated sense of self-worth and importance. This can lead to a disconnect from reality, as individuals become increasingly insulated from different perspectives and challenges to their beliefs. The digital age has provided fertile ground for the amplification of delusions of grandeur through social media platforms and echo chambers. It is important for individuals to critically evaluate the information they consume online and seek out diverse perspectives in order to combat the negative effects of these digital phenomena. One aspect to consider when discussing how the digital age amplifies delusions of grandeur is the phenomenon of influencer culture. Influencers are individuals who have amassed a large following on social media platforms and often portray a lavish and glamorous lifestyle to their followers. This can create unrealistic expectations and contribute to feelings of inadequacy among those who compare themselves to these influencers. Moreover, the ability for anyone to cultivate a personal brand and gain a following online can also contribute to the amplification of delusions of grandeur. With the rise of platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, individuals have the opportunity to create a persona and cultivate an image of themselves that may not be reflective of their true selves. This can lead to individuals developing an exaggerated sense of self-importance or superiority as they become more invested in maintaining their online persona. Additionally, the instant gratification and validation that social media provides can further fuel delusions of grandeur. The dopamine hit from receiving likes, comments, and shares can create a cycle of seeking external validation and approval, leading individuals to believe that they are more important or influential than they actually are. Furthermore, the rise of fake news and misinformation on the internet can also contribute to the amplification of delusions of grandeur. Individuals may come across false information that aligns with their beliefs and values, leading them to develop a distorted view of reality and reinforcing their existing delusions. The digital age has not only provided opportunities for connectivity and information sharing, but it has also magnified the prevalence of delusions of grandeur. It is crucial for individuals to be mindful of the ways in which the internet can distort perception and to actively seek out diverse perspectives in order to combat the negative effects of living in a digital echo chamber. Self-awareness is crucial in mitigating the effects of Quixotism, which refers to the tendency to pursue unrealistic or impractical ideas or goals. When individuals lack self-awareness, they may find themselves constantly chasing after unattainable dreams or getting caught up in grandiose fantasies, leading to disappointment, frustration, and a disconnect from reality. To recognize and ground themselves, individuals can take several steps to cultivate self-awareness. 1. Reflect on personal strengths and weaknesses. Understanding one's strengths and weaknesses can help individuals set realistic goals and focus on areas where they can make meaningful progress. This self-reflection can also help identify areas where they may be prone to unrealistic thinking or behavior. 2. Seek feedback from others. Asking for feedback from trusted friends, family members, or colleagues can provide valuable insights into how others perceive them and their goals. This external perspective can help individuals gain a more objective view of themselves and their aspirations. 3. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation or deep breathing exercises, can help individuals become more present and aware of their thoughts and emotions. This awareness can help prevent impulsive decision-making or excessive idealism by allowing individuals to pause and consider their options more thoughtfully. 4. Set achievable goals. Instead of setting lofty, unattainable goals, individuals can break larger goals down into smaller, manageable steps. By setting realistic and measurable objectives, individuals can track their progress and adjust their expectations accordingly. 5. Stay grounded in reality. It is essential to stay connected to reality and not get too caught up in daydreams or fantasies. By acknowledging the limitations and challenges they may face, individuals can develop a more practical and balanced approach to pursuing their goals. Self-awareness plays a vital role in mitigating the effects of Quixotism by helping individuals recognize when they may be veering off course or setting unrealistic expectations. By taking proactive steps to cultivate self-awareness and grounding themselves in reality, individuals can better align their goals with their capabilities and increase their chances of success. Chapter 3, Quixote's Legacy, Accomplishments or Failures? In the context of Quixote-like quests, noble failures and genuine accomplishments refer to the varying degrees of success individuals may achieve in their pursuit of seemingly impossible or idealistic goals. A Quixote-like quest originates from Miguel de Cervantes' novel Don Quixote, in which the eponymous character embarks on a series of chivalrous adventures despite being delusional and misguided.